Hi, we're Ryan and Jess.
We packed everything we own and moved across the country to build our dream home by ourselves.
I've been framing homes for the last 5 years.
And I've held a hammer maybe 6 times.
So follow along as I experience working other trades for the first time.
And I learn everything for the first time. Alrighty guys, let's start our ICF journey together. Super excited about this video. We had a lot of fun, so let's jump right in. For anyone who doesn't know, ICF stands for insulated concrete forms, which are used to hold concrete permanently in place and provide insulation to the structure. I had no idea what ICF was, and I was super excited because it just looked like massive foam Lego blocks, and that's pretty much what it was, just with a little bit more finesse to it. It was a joy to work with. We use the Nudura brand, and everyone at Nudura was so helpful. They have so many helpful tutorials online that you can follow along just to make sure that you're doing everything as you should be. So as you can faintly see, there are a couple red lines on our footings. That is a chalk line that we measured out and remeasured a million times to make sure that we were going to be putting the ICF on our footings exactly to the specifications that are on our plans. Because once these ICF blocks are locked in, that is where the house is going. Where that concrete gets poured inside, that is our foundation walls, and that is where the house will be. So it's a very important step, and we really took our time here.
We have a corner piece and a corner piece, and we filled in what's left. This side works out every corner and every straight piece that connects. You slide in to lock it in place, but with a piece this small, when we put it in, it starts to flex this really weird. Let's see if you can show it. You can see how it's twisting here. So we're going to try and fix that by scabbing it with some wood. Now, hopefully, when we clip it in,
Super important reminder to always put the rebar in before you put the next layer of ICF on top. Doing this is a huge pain in the butt, and when you rip the next layer of ICF off, if you do forget to put the rebar in, it can damage the plastic webbing on the inside.
when you're on a budget like us, you make your own rebar bender out of a scrap 2x4. Follow me quickly.
By now the ground is super compact, so trying to hammer a piece of wood in is extremely difficult, and it took us quite a bit of time. But we do need rebar bent because each ICF corner needs a piece of rebar going around the corner in the grooves by at least 2 feet. This is very important.
Rocks. Try again. Rebar bending.
Okay, so we are pretty much done the first layer of the bottom of the footing. And I say done really, really loosely because we are waiting until the second layer is in to level everything. That may seem redundant, but everything we've read and everything we've seen on YouTube and even the website for Nudura is to start leveling it at the second level of the ICF. I don't really know why. I wasn't paying attention. Ryan can probably fill you in more about that.
It's way harder to do one-handed. Cutting with a saw is definitely overkill. Could do it with a handsaw, but we got it, so why not use it? There's grooves every 2 inches. I guess that's not 2 inches, that's 4. But so it worked out. This measurement is 18-foot wall. So luckily it worked out. It lands on a groove, and when it lands on grooves like that, then the next row it works where the nubs on the next row fit perfectly, and you don't have to do any scabs. That wood over there and wood over there. So we got lucky. Sorry, we do need to scab, because if you notice, this is a factory end. There's 3 of these lines before a plastic piece, and there's 5 here. So the little metal straps I have won't clip in, so we do need to scab it. But the good news is there won't be a seam all the way up the wall, and the next piece can overlap. So that's the benefit of being able to cut on the line. And then over here, this is the piece we just put in. There's 3 and 3, so we can put these in, and then we got to put 2 at the bottom, in the first row of every corner. That's the most likely spot for there to be a blowout. So you always put your corners first, and they're reversible. You can put them upside down. You can, right here I have long corner and the short corner. So we call this the short corner and long corner. And then the next row, after we've done the first row, is going to be flipped. So the long will go that way and the short comes this way, so it overlaps and you don't have joints that land in the same spot. So we had a short corner here. You can see the seam right there, and then a long corner here. And so this piece in the middle, we got lucky that it landed on a line. So the next row will overlap. The nubs will go in and lock it together. We are still going to put a scab here, but on the next row, cool thing about when it works like that, when it works out that the next row nubs will lock in, is when we make the next row, this will be short corner and a long corner. So this becomes a short. This one over here, that's a short now. On the second row will be a long corner. So since it's alternating, this piece that I cut was 34 inches. The next row is going to be 34 inches as well. So all the way up to the 11 feet, I think we have 7 rows. All 7 rows, there's going to be a 34-inch piece here. It's just going to switch spots. Right now it's here. The next row it's going to be slid over and it'll be locked in. Easy money. Whoever did these step down drops with the footings did a pretty good job. 10M rebar running in the second course, so it can run in, there's a bunch of different slots it can run in. This would be the first course, and there's the second. So as we go up, we're going to alternate which course we use. So this gap right here, we can fit a 15M rebar verticals. Once we get to the top, we can just slide them down. So let's move this back to the second spot, and then the next row up will go here, and keep repeating it.
So the good news is that we finished the first layer or level of ICF on the top here. So that goes all the way around. You can't see because of all the stuff in the way, and then there's the bottom one. So that's the good news. The bad news is we are trapped in here with the dogs.
Yeah.
So Ryan's gonna be the handyman that he is and build us a little bridge to get out of here. Not really build. I asked him if he was building one. He said no. He's just gonna makeshift one. And then hopefully we can get out of here because it's Coda's dinner time. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You ignoring me? Give me some of that. Yeah. Okay, so we're just about to level everything. And then what? What's the plan? Give me the plan while you work.
I cut a bunch of shims, laid them out roughly where we're gonna need to level. Nudura, I guess probably any ICF company would recommend putting on the second layer before you level, just because with discrepancies in your footing, it could kink your first row, but the second row, once it's locked in to the first row, it makes everything more solid, so it's easier to level that way. So we're gonna go around, level everything, both sides of the ICF, shim with some wood shims, lift it up until it's level, and then once it's locked in, we got the right level, we're happy with where the wall is on the footing, we're gonna tack it with the spray foam gun, lock it in place, and then we won't check again until, we might like double check every once in a while, but until the top row everything should be locked in, and then we'll be flying. Okay, I just set the laser to this spot. I'm going to go roughly to every corner in the trench, find out which spot's highest, and then I'll set the laser reader to that height so everything comes up. And if we set it to the lowest spot, then every part that's high, we'd have to cut the bottom of the ICF so it could lower, and that would be really annoying. So we're not going to do that.
Dirty hands.
Just snug, that's it. Okay, basically we're checking for all the spots where these aren't tight. I feel like up here we're pretty darn flush. Over here we're tight, and then as we go it starts opening up, so that tells me that this needs to be lifted up. Now it's tight here, and then over here we need to hit this down. Done.
I think this one needs to go down a little bit, and this one needs to come up a little bit. Good.
Okay, now slowly take the shim out. Okay.
So there was a gap here. Putting a shim underneath. Ryan's gonna tell me if it's level or not. This one was flush at the top over there. Now we're just making sure that it's flush all the way here. So that's what we have to look for every single time we're trying to level something. So it's very frustrating because it's so precise that if you move a little bit, if the wind moves you a little bit, I'll bleep it out. This is everything that we got done today. We didn't finish leveling the top level. It was rainy, we were kind of tired today. We've been going for the last like week straight, really without a break. So today was a nice slow day for us, kind of. We still got a lot done. So we put this top layer on, we scabbed it, there's rebar corners in there, which is great. And then we got to leveling the bottom. So you can see all of the foam that we sprayed, just that kind of like sea foam green. Okay, sea foam green there. And it goes all the way around, all the way to basically that step down over there. So we're pretty happy with what we got done. We had a goal that we'd level the top and foam the top as well today, but we didn't get that done. But that's okay. We're still happy with everything that we've done and all the progress that we've made. And now I think we're gonna just enjoy our Sunday afternoon with some chores. And
we're gonna go drive to Costco and Home Depot.
Which is what everyone wants to do at the end of a long, tiring day, is go to Costco.
Yeah.
Yay. Anyways.
Alright.
Love ya.
Love ya.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed part 1 of 2 of our ICF videos. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you in part 2 where we build the rest of the ICF walls and pour some concrete.